Alright, it's a brand new day and I have had a bit of a look around to see all the mistakes I made, and first thing is we'll give this dude another point in persuasion. He can level up. And rather than worrying about the legislature in Czechia, we will send Kaiwan to work on public campaign in the Netherlands with a bit of a boost. Yeah. And Rolf will go to Finland and we'll try and capture that point in Finland. We started with high public opinion in Finland, and if I can get that, then I can probably get that as well. Close to the limit, but it's worth keeping Finland in the Federation. Happy with Matthew to work on Cabo Verde and Cash to work on that. The only thing I realized in hindsight was that I probably should have hired Daniela, because I think I chose based on Cash's age, but I don't really see Cash as being a permanent member of the team. Maybe. But in the starting stages of the game, I'm more interested in having Daniela because she had a slightly higher starting investigation. She had good perception, command, and admin, so 15 points worth. Cash was not quite so good, I think. Yeah, Cash was about 4 points worse. It's not too much of a difference, but the extra kicker would be that Daniela's age would give her more level ups, so I could probably get investigation up even higher. And Daniela would be my early game strong crackdown investigator. Cash will do that role fine. I wouldn't pay the extra 60 influence at this point, but in hindsight, that would be something I would do differently. Another advantage for Cash was their hometown is Washington or USA agent. But we already have Matthew, so I don't need a second American counselor. So yet more reason to have done that differently. But otherwise, I'm fine. I've set up all the templates, and we're doing extraction in a fair few places. Still doing funding where we don't have all the control points. And we're rushing Unity in a few other places. Oh, we'll have a look at the intel screen. I think we know pretty much everybody now. Yeah. How are we doing on research? Was it 350? Okay, so we're in the middle. Yeah, nothing awesome yet. Some of these people have much higher command point caps. That's because of a little bit because of the veteran difficulty. It gives them an extra, I think, 20 points worth. And then obviously the initiative they must have picked up some orgs that gave them more admin, I think. Or maybe something else. I don't know. That's quite a substantial lead they've got, and they're over cap, so no wonder they've got the most research points. Anyway, let's push on.
They are here to cleanse.
The people will come to our side.
Here's what we found. Our supporters are in place.
We've got our people in place.
So now we can afford Hell. Okay, so Hell goes on there. Kaiwan is going to hit the Netherlands again. With 20 money. Yes, that's fine.
Ready.
And I will grab this. This will put us over the limit, but that's okay.
Where do you need me?
Now that Matthew can do persuasion missions, we're going to have him work on the Netherlands. 91% is fine. I think I'll actually even not worry too much about Kaiwan.
We must persuade the people.
What's the op?
What can Cash do? Can we do a crackdown? 75% there. Yeah. But we'll do... Oh, what do we do here? Don't have quite enough councillors. Yeah, I'll do a crackdown there. 2 influence. And maybe we'll get Matthew or Kaiwan. They both have 2 espionage.
Standing by for orders.
Your orders?
We'll get Kaiwan to do the purge. So here's another important concept we'll just quickly touch on. The crackdown will make the control point easier to purge, and I'm assuming it will be successful with an 85% chance. Crackdown happens in the third phase of the mission turn, and the purge that we follow up with,
Standing by for orders.
we don't care about the success chance here. I will just juice it a little bit, but I expect to have a +10 modifier from Crackdown. It's still actually it's going to be pretty low because it'll be 28 versus 22. Yeah, she's got a really low purge rating. How far over am I going to be? Am I going to have clandestine cells finished? No. Okay, in that case, I will just
Ready for my mission.
At your service.
do public campaign for now. The other thing I missed there was that purge. Purge happens at the end of the mission phase, so it always happens after the crackdown. So that's usually the best way to do a crackdown and purge and take over a control point, is to do it in the one turn and assume that the crackdown will be successful. Let's just go. So I'm going to completely miss out on advanced chemical rocketry, which means no space tugs, a very low chance of high thrust probes. I may need to steal those off. Protectorate or Exodus.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public opinion remains unmoved. Our presence is growing.
Now, mid-mission, I will grab another boost org. Admin 2, 9, 5, 11. Matthew's the only one I know who's going to be sticking around for a long time at this stage. So I won't get that boost modifier for the rest of this mission, but I will have it. Okay.
Where do you need me?
So now we're looking pretty good with Netherlands public opinion. However, I am at my cap. We will have the ability to hire somebody in just a couple of days. Who will I be hiring? Let's see the new recruits. Well, that's garbage. That's okay, but I don't need an officer. What I need, I really probably should just hire Daniela, to be honest. She's got 15 command point cap. That's probably the highest of all of them. No, that guy will be more. That guy's... No, not more. David Brown will actually have 16. That's 17. But I don't need an officer. What would you do? You wouldn't really do anything particularly useful at this stage. So I do recommend new players to get a command counselor as their 5th counselor. Somebody who can do the command group missions. Most importantly, assault alien asset, so that you can clean up xenoforming. Stabilized nation is always useful, but most counselors can do that, and you don't need a lot of skill to do that. But command can also buff army strength by advising a nation. It's best to get one of each of the main, at least one counselor in each of the main groups: perception, investigation, espionage, command. At least one in each of those if you're a new player, and have a broad range of missions in the relevant categories. But I will take it. I'll worry about command later on when I replace one of these people. I think I'll take Daniela when clandestine cells pops. I am pretty salty about this. It just wasn't going to be an option. Even if I had have... I mean, we've still got a 50-50 chance of getting it. So I shouldn't worry too much. Or 60% chance of getting it. So we'll see how we go. I think I want to get one control point at least. So let's do the purge. Fine.
Removing our enemies.
Where do you need me?
You're going to work on another low priority. Timor-Leste, I think, is good, wasn't it?
Putting our people in place.
Was
At your
1
service.
point? Yeah, 1 point. And so long as I can stabilize it, we should be fine.
Ready to go.
Alright, Matthew's going to hit with public opinion
I
again.
will tell our story.
Standing by.
And Cash is going to do the crackdown on the servants. Yeah. We'll juice that a little bit.
Cracking down.
Was somebody ready for a level up? Yes. Multiple. Alright, politician with lots of command. This council is really good. And lobbyist also helps, especially if you do an EU funding start. You know, the extra 5% is very hard to find elsewhere. I will be focusing on persuasion, public opinion. So unity, other way around. Rush unity is 27%. So I went down the list here looking for my Rush unity template. 56 in Czechia. Let's switch this over to funding. Yeah, because we're close to the 2/3 public opinion there. So further in unity investment's not really going to do much for us. So back to here. Looking down for the unity template, go across and see 27. That needs more unity, so that's fine. Extraction, I'm happy to continue running. Going up to find extraction, we've got 51%, that's fine. And the funding guys are all missing their final checkpoints, so that's fine. Let's go.
Crackdown complete.
Our case remains unheard.
Alright, we can mix in some other stats now. Switch back to management research and we will go maybe what's important here. I won't catch up to that guy at this point. Do I want to do any? Strategic lobbying. Yeah, I will. I'll do that. Let's hire that councillor. So they get 2 level ups. And we could focus that into... I think Cash can do... Yeah, Cash has got a high espionage rating, so we'll focus this one onto investigation, and she's got a bit of spare admin cap, so I don't need to worry about that. Good. So we've got a pretty strong crackdown councillor now. So as this stands, I have the org here, which could add another 2 points. I'm about to get another 2 points off this. Daniela would be at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 15 investigations is really quite strong for this stage of the game. I mean, we're still in the land rush phase, which is pretty crazy. But if I had missed out on that crackdown on one of the control points in France, if I was able to really buff public opinion, like to up to 80% or something, Daniela would have a reasonable chance at being able to crack down the defended control point of whichever other faction got in there. Anyway, let's carry on. I did
Got our people in place.
I did set up a purge there, didn't I? Yes. Okay.
Cleaning things up.
Timor-Leste, go to Unity. So Unity's extra good here because not only do we need the public opinion, but the cohesion of the nation is below the resting cohesion, which was 7.8 that you can see up there. I can't hover over that, can't point over that tooltip. But yeah, when the resting cohesion is higher than the cohesion, unity is the fastest way to improve cohesion. So if we look at the history of cohesion, it's not going to show unity. It's very complicated, but once you figure out what's important up here, then you work out which things manipulate it the strongest down here. Usually multiple things affect it. Cohesion is one of the most important things for a nation, though, because getting this to 5 really makes everything else nicer. It will reduce unrest. It will increase your research output. It decreases corruption, which is a hidden stat. So cohesion is very important. In the super short term, getting unrest down below 2 is very important, because when it's above 2, you lose investment points. So this tiny little nation's only making 1.8 investment points per month. Means it'll take more than 1 month to get 1 tick in unity. If we look at Australia, for example, looking at unity, the cohesion effect will be much smaller because it will complete more times per month for the larger population. So everything's scaled according to population. You might say, oh, this one's got 13 investment points, it'll do things faster. No, all of these things at the top, down to oppression, all of those things are scaled based on the population. Completion effect is scaled down as the population increases. The only thing that makes a difference is GDP per capita. So really ignore GDP and only focus on GDP per capita. Wealthy nations complete things faster. Poor nations complete things slower. Population is a wash. Hopefully that clarifies a couple of things there about how investment
Our
points
people have
work.
taken control.
Good job. Now we work on funding here. The Academy is working on boost and mission control, which is pretty good. That suits us. I would prefer it to all be in funding or mission control. Boost is a bit of a waste at this latitude, although they do have Williamstead. So that's pretty good. It'll say boost 0.2 to 0.36. So I believe that if they only have 1 boost development site, it will always prioritize to there. I'm not sure at what point it will spill over to doing some in Amsterdam as well. But anyway, I will take the executive point off them because I don't want them to leave the European Union with the Netherlands. But otherwise, we'll let them keep the mass media control point until I'm ready to take over. Oh, hexahedron. Okay, that's more admin. Admin's always good. It is the unique Inspire org as well, and gives good cash income. So it's a really good org for pretty cheap. I don't think we have we don't have new councillors. Who would I put that on? Our highest, I think this guy or the politician. Yeah, it's pretty tough. What's this guy? 17. She's just ridiculous. However, this one can't do... I believe this one can't do Inspire because she's a cynic. So it will go on this guy. And he gains the Inspire mission. Alright, that increases our control point cap, so we're up at 215 now. We're hoping to get some sort of like escape velocity thing going on where we keep buying more orgs and increasing our cap. What are we doing here? Another public campaign
I will
mission?
try to sway the public.
Ready for orders.
Where are you? Did I get both the control points in? Yeah, I did not. Okay, let's grab that one.
Establishing control.
Your orders? Making our case.
Standing by for orders.
Purge on the executive. That's already at 77 because we get the bonus from owning the legislature. This control point. We get a +3. And they're a little bit over cap. But they might defend interest this turn. It's, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit unlikely that they will, but I'm not going to gamble with it. I threw that in there as well.
Targeting their center of power.
Let's do a quick check of nations. Rush Unity 33. And Extraction. I'm going to keep running more Extraction. There's a couple of orgs there that I'd probably buy. I'd definitely buy that. And yeah, that'll be fine as well, if I can grab that.
In each of us, embers glow.
Okay, now we have a new tech in the queue. I don't really care about this one, but I do want to win global tech direction. So I'm going to switch over to that like that. And hopefully that distribution is otherwise okay. Orbital shipbuilding, muon spiker. Oh, that's annoying that I won't get that. Oh well. You can't have everything.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Crackdown complete.
I didn't check if they did the defend interests. They did not. So that was a waste of time, but better to be safe than sorry.
Significant support.
Social lab. Alright, very good. Unity, a little bit more. So this is another nation that the Unity will tick up, but I'll get a little bit more public opinion there, and then we'll switch over to more productive uses of that one.
Control now.
Okay, excellent. Now we're over cap by 5. That's okay. Nothing too much to worry about. So now our researchers are much healthier, 500 points. And I'm not sure if that refreshes. Yeah, so everybody else has climbed up to 500 as well. Where are the servants? Let me see. I can't do that there. Servants have Germany and Italy. Ah, yes, that's right. So it will order their countries by control point size here. This is the quickest way to find out where factions are. Let's finish out this turn.
Standing by.
Okay, there's a couple. Oh, there's another new boost org there with more than 1 boost per month. That's absolutely worth grabbing. Who will I put that on? So Matthew's got 4 science. Yeah, I might focus Matthew on science. I only have enough money to buy one of these orgs, which is a little annoying, but I'll put this on Kywin. I feel like Kywin might stick around for a while. So now our boost is 2 per month. Yeah. All right, since we're over our cap now, the best thing we can do with our councillors is deal with any unrest. There's basically no unrest to worry about. So now I can switch to doing public opinion in places that are doing Unity development. So if we go to, I think, where would I really like to focus on? Probably Brunei first.
Making our case.
So let's do that. And this guy can't do public campaign missions, which is a bit of a shame. He's also not quite up there with Inspire yet, so we'll have him keep working on Control Nation in small places. Is
We'll be running this
Gambon...
place in no time.
Get Belize. Somewhere.
Establishing our presence.
94%,
I'm
that's
here.
fine. You need a little bit more persuasion. The technocrat
We must persuade
penalty
the
there is a
people.
bit rough.
At your service.
Let's do that. Where else matters? Yeah,
Making our
that's...
case.
Well, yeah, that's
Standing by
fine.
for orders.
Daniela. Let's take...
Establishing control.
Liberia? Yeah.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We've moved the needle.
We've got our people in place.
We've got our people in place.
The new normal. From now on, missions take 2 weeks. That ends the land rush phase, and we are at our command point cap, so we've done fine. I need to trim some command point cap. Let's get social. Social science is... There's just a lot of text to get through with social science in the early game. In the Malaysian states, we want to... can go up to 6. So we'll do funding. Get that extra $6 a month. We should do some unity in Finland. Some public campaign missions in Finland. Alright, let's do that.
I will try to sway the public.
Ready
That's a
for my
good defensive measure. Cash can also work on that. Well, actually, let's see if we can find some councillors. 86%. Yeah.
We'll see what they're up to.
Ready for my mission. Eyes on the target.
Yeah, Rolf can go to Belize and
Restoring order.
tricky. So public opinion will be affecting cohesion because the minus 2.4 from elite public ideology difference. That is to say, my faction has control of the elites and the public support is not behind the elites. If I increase public opinion quite a lot here, that will remove that penalty down quite a bit. Never quite goes away, but that will help. But running unity here is actually not doing wonders for us.
Standing by.
It would actually be better to do
We must persuade the
public
people.
opinion missions
Ready to
here
go.
and not worry about unity, but start working on
I will
welfare.
tell our story.
All I want out of this country is research points for cheap, but I don't want... I need to bring unrest down to get the most out of the research points. So to do that, I need cohesion to go above 5, which also reduces research. But having a higher cohesion to get rid of the unrest is more important, even in a small country. Let's go.
I have new information.
Okay, initiative.
Tracking failed.
And they probably move to a country where we have a lower chance.
Prepping for next mission.
So it's probably a academy agent.
Violence is abating.
We've moved the needle.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Wow, okay, rough.
Mum's last years were a blur of Dr.
I'm not going to be able to... I'm very close to winning that one. If I switch that off... Yeah, I can just get it. So we will do a sprint there and see if we can outpace. Is there something I can get rid of? Because honestly, maybe I can get rid of Brunei at this point. Yeah, I have good solid public opinion here, so hopefully I can drop this and we can switch to, yeah, we'll get funding. I will abandon this nation, and that brings us down a fair bit. Hopefully my public opinion here will deter the AI from trying to take this nation. It's allied with the UK, so it's defended otherwise. Okay, some new orgs. Let's have a look. Some goodies. Another boost org. I mean, this is crazy, actually. Compared to my last game, I got my first boost org after a year. 1 whole year. So it was very much a harder game than this will be. This is 2 boosts per month as well. And there's an extra half there if I want that one. But that's very expensive. This is totally worth it. $400 for 2 boosts per month. Are you kidding me? Like, get in. Shield's also quite good for another cog, an extra point, some defense, 2% military science. Military science bonuses on orgs are basically capped at 1% per star. So that's, even though it looks like nothing, that's about as good as it gets, except for 2 unique named orgs, the Air Force Research Lab and DARPA. I might put this on Matthew. That'll help his security. And we're going to juice his research overall for 500. Oof. I will grab that. And I will grab that. So we're getting very close to our cap again. Let's do some more public campaign here.
We'll make our appeal.
Ready for my mission.
Lower unrest again. It's below, so unrest is going to trend up at this point. So probably not. I'm not going to be using councillor turns to mitigate rising unrest unless there's really nothing better to do. Unrest here is going to go bananas. But we're working on cohesion, so yeah, because cohesion is trending up,
Acknowledged.
unrest will go down over time. So using councillor missions here to subdue the unrest while we're running unity to help build the cohesion. So you can see the relationship there. We're going to do this here because this will accelerate the speed at which we fix cohesion, which helps keep unrest down.
Reporting in. I will tell our story.
Ready for orders.
Investigate that person,
Surveilling target.
maybe, if they don't move.
Where to?
We'll keep working on this guy. Sure.
Investigating target.
Alrighty. Got another UFO in Kazakhstan. Now I'm just watching this pip here to see that fully light up,
Person of interest surveilled.
Surveillance complete.
indicating we've won the research unconditionally, like that.
Things are cooling off.
Let me pause that. So now I can tap out of that and go back to other stuff. Or I can try and win that slot as well. Let's try for that. That looks good. So I initially was wanting Arrival Domestic Politics because of the institutional outreach, which gives us an extra 5 orgs per month. The main reason for that is to pick up boost orgs, but we have done just fine on boost orgs. We've already got 3. We're already getting 4 boosts per month. I will need more than that, but it's not as urgent. I'm better off actually controlling global tech.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Okay, Exodus thinks they're going to
Public
get that.
opinion remains unmoved.
Wow, come on, dude. That's 2 failures in a row. All right.
Reporting in.
Again,
I will try to sway the public.
Standing by for orders.
this guy can do the investigate, I think. Oh, we've got 2 investigates today. Yeah, so he can't do public campaigns, so we'll have him worry about
Where
that.
to?
Matthew is going to learn how to do public
Making
campaigns
our case.
one way
Where do
or
you
another. Okay, that's... I don't really care. I don't think I care about that. Who do we care about? Who has boost? Who has boost? Nobody really has boost compared to us. We have 4 boost per month. These guys are behind us. So we're not too worried. I'll keep working on this though. Let's
Tracking target.
Reporting
see what we can find. We'll investigate that guy.
target.
Quick check of the nations. Funding. Yeah, I'll run a little bit of funding in a few of these nations. Let's run a little bit of funding. Yeah, we'll switch over to a little bit of funding. We've got $1,000 in the bank and no orgs to buy. So I probably wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't be running spoils to buy that org. Let's coast with that for the minute. It looks like I'm not even close to that. Will I be able to catch them? No. Okay, they got that one. Do I care about losing that? No, I don't at all. So I'll switch back to that one. Oops, let's do like that. Probably so initiatives have stopped working on this. I think they will wait until I get close to them and then they'll sprint it. And they have a higher base research than me, so it's close. Nevertheless, I think they will be able to win it. They're just sort of baiting me into participating. So you watch, they're not ticking over any research per turn.
We found nothing of note.
Boo.
We found nothing.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, we got the high thrust probes. That's quite fortunate. I will chuck that in.
Just imagine, I fetchy, how this...
Alright. I am going to bring up my guide so I can remember what matters. Yeah, outpost tabs is worth grabbing. Let's get that in the queue. I can definitely win that, I'm pretty sure. So let's do that. Space dock.
The people will come to our side.
Government favors. I hate this event. So I don't like this event because if you have the government, how it works is if you have the government trait, there's a chance of this event coming up. You pretty much have to play ball with what they ask. What are the options here? We lose the government trait. We lose the government trait and get enemy of the state, or we get detained for 4 turns. Having a councillor detained for 4 turns, that's 2 months. 2 months of having none of their benefits on your... I suppose we don't have any orgs on this guy yet. It can really put a crimp on your command point cap for 2 months. This is the main reason why I don't like it. It's the downside of having the government trait, basically. It's the only negative thing about it. So we agree to do it, and we have various mission possibilities. So I'm definitely going to agree. You really have to agree, unless you're going to dismiss the councillor or you don't want the government trait. You of course do want the government trait. Although our faction gets the ability to have... That's funny. Our faction gets a tech that grants the government trait to any eligible councillor. This councillor would still be eligible to have the government trait if they lost it here. So what we're looking at is we would be hoping for the top possibility. The other 2 possibilities have negative outcomes, so it's still worth doing. It's a frustrating mission.
The people will come to our side.
Good. Battery obsolete.
We have found something.
The alien is taking people, Commander. We need to learn why.
Alright, we have some new orgs. Let's have a look at the orgs. pretty garbage. Wolfhead's not bad. We can put that on to Matthew to boost up his security again. Let's have a look at recruits. Rebels are garbage. They just have low stats. Professor's good for a science trait, except they can't do any missions. Their mission profiles are extremely low. They can only do stuff during the land rush phase unless you boost them up with orgs. Control nation's like their strongest thing, and they usually have a low persuasion stat. So Professor's usually on the banned list. Commando is the command stat again. I don't really need that. Kingpings are criminal. Criminal is against the house rules that I have for this faction, so can't look at that. This guy is corrupt, so it doesn't matter what else he's got. I can't hire him, and that's all of the new councillors. Alright, Matthew can take a level up. Am I going to rush for the science trait? He's been failing quite a lot of missions, so I'm going to keep pumping his persuasion up for now. Nobody else can really do anything. That org's really good. It gives us yet another boost. I don't really want to spend all that money though. It's a nice org. I would buy this org if I had no boost, but we're doing very well on boost. And I don't really want to spend all of my money on that type of org at this point. I'm keeping the money available for other named orgs that really I need.
Your orders? Making our case.
Your orders?
Now we can investigate the Kazakhstan.
Ready for orders. We'll make our appeal.
Acknowledged.
We can investigate this guy again. What orgs does he have? Nothing particularly great.
Eyes on target.
Ready.
Hey, look at that. There's a boost org.
We'll see
We'll
what
investigate
they are
that
up to.
guy. Yeah, so I'm going to switch over to mission control at this point for all of the European nations that we want to integrate. And France as well. Radiators, obsolete. Unless you're actively looking for a radiator, just obsolete all the ones that come up there. Just noise. Sevens taking the lead, huh? Yeah, I don't believe you.
We've got some intel on our target.
Loyalty of 19. That's really too high.
Surveillance complete.
With each passing day, humanity shattered.
Deep space propulsion concepts. I'm trying to win outpost hubs at the moment, and it looks like the sevens are going to try for it, but I'll put a little bit in here. When the sevens get close to my level, that's when I'll focus more on outpost hubs.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
See, they chickened out. Gotta call their bluff. Make them work for it.
We have found something.
So these flags are popping up here because we've consolidated power.
Standing by for orders.
Keep working on
I will
public
tell our
campaign.
story.
Standing by.
And we've investigated all the things. So what do we want this guy to do now? Do I have unrest? Liberia.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
I'm here.
Have we managed to get this above 5? Yeah, slightly. More public opinion.
Making our case.
Your orders?
So We're over
Ready to go.
$1,000. I'm going to spend $20 increasing Matthew's chance.
I will tell our story.
Ready.
I'm not spending ops on that.
Investigating target.
I'm
This
here.
was a shame because this guy has 19 loyalty, which is really too high. He's got 8 ADM. I don't think we have any really
Where to?
high. So 11.
Acknowledged.
Looking at the ADM stat.
At your service.
Yeah,
Ready.
that's the highest one. So
your service.
11 is not going to be enough to be looking
Standing
at.
by for orders.
Where do you need me?
Hostile takeovers, unfortunately.
What's the up?
So there's no point worrying too much more about that guy, but we can go and have a look at what's going on in Finland.
Tracking target. Nothing unusual found.
All right, I've got a fairly healthy lead on Outpost tabs. I'm going to make a switch to deep space propulsion concepts. See if I can grab that.
We've got some intel on our target.
20 ops is quite a lot, and I have no ops income. It's only going to do damage to the economy, as long as it doesn't do public opinion damage. Sorry, Lisbon, you'll have to rely on your domestic
Things are
support
stabilizing.
services.
The people will come to our side.
Critical success. It's always nice.
Public sentiment is increasingly with
Good.
us.
I'm going to miss that. No point in me going in there. Let's polish off Outpost Habs, or I feel like if Academy starts racing as well, that will just lock it in for the initiative. I don't think I'll be able to get to 700. I need to get basically half of whatever remains. So I don't reckon I'm going to get that either, but I will still focus it to increase the odds of getting these techs. So the percentage chance there is modified by how much research you contribute. Alright, let's have a look at some new orgs. Door Inc. Hooray! A few more points of administration is always welcome. Liberty Group, that's pretty expensive. Who do we want to put Door on? I think I will put it on Kywin. That's a lot of influence. There could be an influence org that costs 250 influence, for example. Just a random arbitrary amount that I'm throwing out there that might pop up that I want. I think that's the IMF. If the IMF comes up and you don't have the influence, you'll be kicking yourself. Let's bump administration on cash. So let's bump persuasion. Can you do... you can't do turn. Can Kywin do turn? Kywin cannot do turn. I have 2 persuasion councillors and neither of them can do turn councillor. That is a pretty big mistake on my part. Turn councillor is kind of important. I just remembered David Brown was there and I remembered he had a high persuasion. He, turns out, does have turn. Turn is quite important. There's also that guy. Rainier Belmont. This guy is another early game high strength investigation counselor. He's quite old, so this is another pre-baked character that you can look out for as an early game crackdown counselor with good starting stats. You're not going to keep him around for the long term, but he's fine in the early game. Michael Moore is another pre-baked character. Nothing exceptional, though, unfortunately. Alright, so who else we've got? Nothing. Fixers. I've never hired a fixer, ever. Just super ever. They are, I mean, sure, they've got assassinate. Cool. That's a rare mission, yes, but I mean, look at their stats. This guy is like 12 points behind on these stats. The stats they have are so low. Fixers are in dire need of a buff, I think. Rebel. Yeah. David Brown, I probably should hire because I need turn counselor. He's got 16 points. I'll probably replace this guy. Government, untouchable, demanding, ethical. Checklist. Yeah, checklist I don't care for. Ethical is more of a roadblock than anything else. So, what are you? He's got a lot of stats though. 9, 12, and the underlying is 17. So he'd be 1 stat point worse off. He's 41. Kywin's younger. Kywin has government. Yeah, I need turn counselor. That's a very rare. You basically can't get that on orgs, I'm pretty sure. So it looks like this fella, Rolf. Thank you for your service. But David has joined the team. And we will put, he doesn't need Inspire. And the benefit of putting on Matthew is we get closer to having a viable hostile takeover guy. So here we have another thing to do. I've got the cash to do this, I think. Yes. So take that off there. We get that. So now we have 3 or 4 and a bit ops income per month, which is decent. And I can put this on Daniela and make her an even better investigator. I'm going to stop. I'm going to just buff up Finland because I'm a little worried about losing that. We'll do 1 turn at least.
What's the up?
Hopefully get
We must persuade the people.
a few bumps there.
For my mission.
Now you fully. Oh, look at that! I forgot. That's what we were looking at David for, right? Wasn't it?
What's the up?
Can you? All right. What do we need? We need like 10 points, 10 more points into persuasion to do that. All right. Where's Finland? There.
I will tell our story. Reporting in.
Cash's investigation's gone a fair bit down. This guy, we know he had 19 loyalty. One of the frustrating things with the game is we don't know when that loyalty number was last checked. It would be nice if it showed when we last, how stale that information is. Anyway, that's an aside. Let's try investigate here.
Initiating surveillance.
Where do
Let's
you need
try investigate that one.
me? Initiating surveillance.
Rush Unity, Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde is done. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, that'll be like a year. Let me do that. I'll get the funding first. I'd rather have that extra $2 per turn for the entire year. Thanks, an extra $12 a year. That's the thing. Like every little bit helps, and if you overlook funding, the longer you put it off, the worse it is. Basically, I think I'm happy with that. I only have 3 extra points. I could have.
I'm here.
What's Kywin's chance?
At
92,
your service.
94.
Ready for my mission.
Kywin could get another nation for us. Bahamas, 11 for 2. Let's get the Bahamas. Hey. Nice.
Establishing our presence.
Let's also get
Standing by.
Cash. Cash can get the Bahamas.
Taking control.
Kywin can get.
Standing by.
I'm going to get greedy now. Eswatini. This is the little South African enclave. Yeah, let's have Kaiwan get in there. I
We'll be
wouldn't even
running
spend
this
it.
space
All right.
sometime.
Okay.
Person of interest surveilled.
We've locked outpost tabs. I can drop that. Let me 100%. I don't know how
Move the
close it
needle.
is.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
If Academy would stop contributing, yeah, it's going to tick over. You watch.
We've gained significant support.
There are two types of people.
I think we want arrival economics.
We've got our people in place. Cleaning things up.
You know what I should have done a long ass time ago is go into design priority template, select Rush Unity, and set as default. The first thing you do when you take over a nation is consolidate power. And I don't mean in getting this consolidate power. I mean consolidate public opinion. So it's always unity is the thing you want to rush. And the nice thing about that default template as well is there's only one pip, so you can easily change it with a few clicks if you want to. It looks like with those two extra small nations, we might have pipped out the initiative, provided they don't realize and start spending extra research on it. Come on, you can do it. Cohesion's dropping here.
We'll make our appearance.
How did we go in Finland? Did we
Standing
get
by.
enough? We'll do another round
I will try to
in
sway the
Finland.
public.
Your orders?
You got that, but we can switch to doing a public campaign mission, although that's pretty garbage. But, oh,
We must persuade the people.
Ready to go.
Exodus. We've never investigated this guy. What has he got? Science. Stacking science orgs. Let's investigate his... What has he got? Yeah, he's a garbage person.
Eyes
We'll
on the
investigate
target.
him, just
Standing
for
by.
the sake of it. It's experience farming, keeping an eye on there. If they're low loyalty, we might be able to do a... No, it's probably a waste of time to be investigating councils this early. What it does is help me have a sense of who's got what, and work out how urgent it is to get onto hostile takeovers, how urgent it is to get on persuade. She's got a reasonable chance at doing that mission, so it's good mission
Where to?
farming, XP farming.
I will try to sway the public.
I think I'm happy enough with that. Yeah, hopefully we can get that. I've got a feeling the initiative's just going to wait until the last minute and then, sorry, we contributed 1 point and now we win. I think it just moved, didn't it? Composite armor we might. Oh, they've started. Oh, come on.
Of course, there was an accident. Frankly,
Mass drivers. Oh, man, come on. Let me have it, please.
I have new information.
Please.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public
Please.
sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Please. Yeah, I think
Their
we got
hearts and minds.
safe. Safe as houses. All right, let's see if we can get mass drivers. And we'll go back to a distribution like that. Nice. That was pretty nice. The AI was asleep at the wheel there. Like, we did not deserve to get a rival domestic politics, but we worked hard for it. You know, we put in the effort. New orgs, new councillors. Start with the orgs. WHO is a useless org. Look at that. Imagine spending 235. Imagine spending all of our income just to support an org like that. Garbage. Grab that and put it on Matthew. Let's look at recruits. Alright, you're an attorney, nothing burger. A engineer, nothing burger. A hacker. Hackers are probably the second worst behind fixers. Again, terrible stats on the persuasion command admin. You know, there could be events locked behind those characters, for all I know, that make them awesome, or there could be some other payoff that I don't know about. They're so bad.
Where do you need me?
We'll put some points into welfare and see how we go.
Making our case.
Your orders?
Okay, Finland should. Finland can go further. Another round, please.
I will tell our story.
Acknowledged.
Actually, she can probably work. He can probably work better there. No, it's only 80. 88's better than 83. Noticeably better.
Ready for orders.
Did she succeed? Yes, but we still need more. Oh, he's got apiary now.
We'll see what they are up to.
At your
And
service.
David can go work on the public campaign down here.
We must persuade the people.
Melanesian States is doing something weird. I guess they finished. Yeah, they finished their funding investment. Cohesion's ticking up there. The unrest looks high, but cohesion's ticking up, so that's fine. What we can do is a knowledge sprint to help increase cohesion. Humanity First is absolutely hammering mass drivers. Arrival economics. So we will switch over to arrival economics and try and win that. There's nothing behind that, so they're going to get to pick that tech. That's
We've
fine.
got some intel on our target.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public opinion remains.
Well, that's unfortunate. Critical
Our case
failure.
remains unheard. We hold no sway in their minds.
Yeah, we'll focus you on persuasion. And Danielle is ready for another point. In investigation? No, administration. We're doing administration.
Ready to go.
Alright, let's try this again.
We must persuade the people.
Ready for my mission. We must persuade the people.
At your service. Telling our story.
Standing by.
Don't know who that is. In the USA.
Investigating target.
Who's taking over USA?
Where do you need me?
It's a mix. No clear winners yet. That's good. We like that. Who is doing anything in China? Nobody. I wouldn't expect anybody to be doing anything in China yet. Who is neighboring China? Initiative. Initiative's setting up to take China. Look, they got North Korea. They've got Tajikistan, point in Pakistan, Bhutan, Vietnam. So that to me tells me that the initiative is angling to get into China. Are they improving their... No, they're not. So, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that. You do kind of have to watch China in the early game.